In this video, I'll be sharing with you a requested tutorial from my group on how to cut this stylish backless flay dress. And if you haven't yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please kindly hit on the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and let's dive right into today's video. So to start, for this dress, we are going to start by drafting out the upper part of this dress. So you need to mark your shoulder to bust, under bust, and your waistline. So next, I'll go ahead to mark my shoulder divided by 2. My shoulder is 14 inches divided by 2. I have 7 inches. From there, I'll come down by 1 inch. And from this point, I'm going to come in by my neckline of 3 inches by 3 inches. You can use 3 inches by 2.5 inches if you feel this basic neckline is too wide for the neckline we have on this dress. Connect your neckline to that of your shoulder slope. Next, you're going to find your chest line, which is your bust circumference divided by 6 plus 1.5 inches. Mine is 7. I made a mark and I'm going to draw a straight line at that point. Now, after I'm done drawing out, now I'm going to go ahead to place my shoulder measurement back on the chest line. Place my ruler to connect, and I'm going to place my tape and divide my armhole into 2 and come out by ½ inch. Here I'll mark my bust circumference divided by 4. Connect from this ½ inch to the upper part, and from that ½ inch again, you're going to connect this back to that your bust circumference divided by 4 on the chest line. So after you're done marking this, the front part of this dress is a princess dart bustier. Now, you want to start by marking your nipple to nipple divided by 2 for your dart. My nipple to nipple is 7 inches divided by 2. I have 3.5 inches, which I'm going to mark this all the way, starting from the waist to the under bust and stop at the bust line. Now, I'm going to connect from the armhole of my dress to my nipple to nipple line this way. After I'm done connecting, the next step I'm going to take is to mark my dart. I'll mark ½ inch here and mark 1.5, ½ inch, 1.5. Now, if you're a plus size or you're a bit busty, you'll be using 1 inch here and then 2 inches on this side of your pattern. Now, after you're done marking, connect from your bust down to the under bust and then place your ruler to connect on this other side of your pattern. Now, after I'm done connecting, I'm just going to go ahead to blend out what I have here to make sure it is okay. So after blending this out, the next step I'll take is to mark my dart. I'll mark ½ inch here, ½ inch here. Now I'm going to blend this back to the initial line and then also connect this part. Now this is a princess dart. When you're joining, you find out that the center piece is slightly longer than the side. So the dart intake of ½ inch on both sides, which is 1 inch, I'll extend it at the armhole and then place my curve through and connect it back. Right, so after connecting it this way, I'll blend it off. Now the next step I'll take is to insert my body measurement. At the bust, I'll mark my bust circumference divided by 4. Now you can replace this dart intake you took out here and add your sewing allowance. If you don't want, you can leave the dart intake. Mark your under bust circumference divided by 4. Then measure your dart intake, replace, and 1 inch for your sewing allowance. Here you're going to mark your waist circumference divided by 4, then measure your dart. So my dart here is not meeting. What I'll do is I'll just go ahead to readjust it, then go ahead to replace it and also add my sewing allowance. So for this dress, you don't need much sewing allowance. What you need is just 1 inch for your sewing allowance, because after turning the front part with the lining, you just need ½ inch to join it to the back of the dress, because the back does not require much allowance and is a bit open. So now I'm just going to mark out 1.5 inches. Now if you watch in front of this dress, it has a band. For the band, I'll be using 1.5 inches because the band is not that much. Remember, if you cut out this band while attaching it back to the dress, you're going to add ½ inch at the lower part and ½ inch on top, which will serve as a joining allowance back to the dress. Now let's work on the neckline of this dress. So I'm using 2 inches. If you're not okay with the 2 inches, you can use 1.5 inches. Now From here, I'm going to blend this all the way going down to the armhole of this dress. Now another thing is here, after blending it out, because this is a princess dart, I won't just connect it directly because of there might be shortage on this side of the pattern. So I'll go out by ½ inch here, ½ inch this way, and then I'll blend it to the armhole. So after I'm done blending it out, I'll just go ahead to cut out my pattern. At this point, if you haven't yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please kindly hit on the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, leave your comment at the comment section. And if you have any question, please go ahead to leave it at the comment section. So when you're joining this, you notice that this side might be slightly shorter. So that extra ½ inch we added will make it match up. So this is what we have at this side now. You can go ahead to add like a band underneath it, just like we have on that dress. So while cutting this out, I forgot to mark the bust dart. Now to mark your bust dart is the difference between your shoulder to waist in front and your shoulder to waist at the back. My shoulder to waist in front is 17, while my shoulder to waist at the back is 15.5. If you take out 15.5 from 17, what you have is 1.5 inches. I marked 1.5 and I connected it. So you're going to be blending this out before cutting your pattern. This way the waistline at the back and the front will meet. So when you blend it out, go ahead to blend out the side. So I was supposed to actually do this together when I was cutting out the pattern. So this is what I have here now. This is the front side pattern. Now we'll be moving over to the back pattern where we'll be cutting it out. Now moving over to the back pattern, I added like a zipper allowance. Your zipper allowance can be like 1 inch, 1.5. So here is my shoulder to waist for the back pattern, and I marked out my chest line, marked out the shoulder just the same way we did for the front pattern. So here I'll just mark a neckline of 3 inches, and for the back you can use a depth of 1.5 or 1 inch depending on how high you want the neckline to be. Please go ahead to extend it to the zipper area. Now what I'll do is I'll come down the lower part and I'll go ahead to outline my pattern as bust and under bust. So for this pattern, you're going to insert your bust circumference and add 1 inch for the sewing allowance also. For the waist, you're going to mark your waist circumference divided by 4 and add your sewing allowance. Go ahead to connect. Go ahead to place your ruler and connect. There's no need adding a dart because you still go ahead to cut it open. So from here, you can come down by 2 inches to 3 inches, and you're going to go ahead to come in by 2 inches from the neckline. Go ahead to blend this all the way to this line, and from this part of your pattern I'm going to go ahead to measure like 2 inches, and you now go ahead to connect this down. So this part going towards the zipper, you'll be adding an extension there which will serve as that rope or whatever you will tie at the back. Now from here, remember we went up by 1.5 at the waistline of the front. Also come up by 1.5 inches at the waistline of the back. This is that band before the flay part of this dress, the flay skirt part of the dress. Now go ahead to mark it out. You're going to go ahead to cut it out. Now how to join this dress is you're going to join the front part together, then join this upper part that has that extra rope at the back. You can now cut out about 1.5 inches band, and then you now attach it to the waist of this skirt, that is to the waist of the upper part of the dress, before going ahead to add the skirt to it. I added an extension to the upper part of the neckline to serve as that rope at that point. Then go ahead to cut out your pattern. So at this point, if you have any question, please go ahead to ask. So what I'll do now is to go ahead to cut this out. So this will be going to the upper part of this dress. You attach it to the side, and then the lower part you attach the band to the waistline. Now going over to the lower part of this dress, which is the flay part. So I'm going to be using a 360-degree flay, which I'll be cutting into 2 for the lower part of this skirt. So fold it once and fold it again. This will give you 4 flay. You can also cut this into 4 flay. So now the measurement you need is the round waist measurement of your dress, of your actual waistline, sorry, plus additional zipper allowance. So I'm using 1 inch for the zipper allowance for both sides, which will give me 2 inches. So my waistline is 28 plus 2, which will give me 30 inches. So now for the round waistline, you'll be having 30 inches. If you divide what you have there into 2, you have 15 inches. 30 divided by 2, you have 15. So now I'll be cutting my flay separately for the front and for the back. So I'll be using a 360-degree flay. The reason why I'm cutting it separately so that I can have enough flay to form that type of flay that has like a cone effect. So what I'll do now is this 15 inches now on both sides of my waistline. I'm going to be attaching it to each other, and to attach it to each other I need a joining allowance. So I'll be using 1/2 inch on both sides of the joining allowance, giving me 1 inch. So if I add 1 inch, it will now give me this 16 inches I have here. So on both sides we are having 16 inches. I'm cutting my flay in a 360-degree flay, meaning I folded my pattern into 4. I'm going to divide that 16 by 4, and if I divide 16 by 4, I will have 4 inches. So what I will now do is to place my tape, and I'll form like a semicircle that will be giving me 4 inches, because 16 divided by 4 will give you 4. So I'll just draw out that circle. Now from the tip, I'll place it to this point I have. So take the measurement you have from the tip to that your first semicircle. Whatever measurement you have there, take note of it. So what I have is 2.7 inches. Now I'll place my tape from the tip and I'll mark 2.7 inches round. So I'm going to take this measurement round, and after taking it round, I'm going to go ahead to connect it. So after marking this round, I'll just go ahead to connect the new marks I have. So this is what I'll be using to cut out the waistline. So another thing you have to do is to go ahead to place your tape and measure that new circle that you have there. That circle has to be exactly 4 inches, or probably if it has more excess, it should be around 4.1 or 4.2 inches. So after that, place your tape and mark the length of the remaining part of your dress. That is from your waist to the length of your dress. Now let's just say what I have is 6 inches. You add extra 1 inch or 1.5, which will serve as a joining allowance to the waist and also a hemming allowance for the lower part. So now I'm just going to connect all those marks. So I'm cutting this actually on a smaller pattern paper. This does not mean that this is the length of my flay skirt. I'm just using this to illustrate how you're going to cut yours. By the time you cut the front separate and cut the back separate, your flay will be fuller and you're going to have that standing cone effect on your skirt. So just like I said, go ahead to measure what you have round here. It should be within 4 inches, or probably if you have an excess, it should be like 4.1. So what I have here actually is like 4.1, which is not that bad. And you can always trace out the excess at the side of the flay if you don't want to use that, right? So now what I'll do is to now cut out this part, that is the waistline area of the dress, this way. Now after cutting this out, I will slash it open or cut it open. So you use this method to cut out 2 pieces for your skirt, which you'll be joining together. So this is a pattern paper and it will not really have that effect that a fabric will have. So what I'll do is I'll just cut this open to show you what it will look like. After cutting it open, so this is what it will be looking like. You notice it has that little standing effect on it. So by the time you cut out the back and join it, you're going to have that effect, and your flay skirt will be fuller, just like we have on the dress.